Well, Mr. Hank Kunneman is back in the news again, the clean-dressed preacher. We've talked about him in the past, but I'm going to show you a clip of something he said here recently at one of his church services. And I might have given this example before about church and when people come and you're seeking the Lord in some type of comfort. Because there was a time several years ago here when my best friend, one of my best friends, was diagnosed with colon cancer, stage 3, and he was in pain and sick. And then I was going through some major personal issues myself. And we decided to go to this particular church right up the road one Sunday morning. And everything seemed to be going well. But there was a guest preacher that was there that day that began to bash the current president at that time and speak in politics. And I said, man, I didn't come here for this. Mind you, we never went back. Now, this is what I was been talking about on these previous messages, where I told you these false teachers and prophets and all of them, they don't have your best interest at heart. Because here's an example of Mr. Hank Kunneman set up, and once again, supposed to be a service. He's supposed to be pastoring and preaching, but somehow he injects himself with the lies that he's been continuing to tell, and he still haven't repented. And, you know, he's been disappeared off the radar. He's not showing up as much on the Elijah streams, and him and Robin Bullock. They know that they've been busted, so they're kind of in retreat mode. But at the same time, we see that this guy's still where he stands. And before I show you the clip and stuff, but what I was thinking, remember on the message I shared with you there yesterday about talking about training up a child in the way they should go, and then how not to provoke your child to anger or wrath. And I was just thinking that these people, these self-righteous radical Christians, how they're trying to beat religion into folks. I don't care do you realize that it's kind of like, I gave the example, I don't know if I told it yesterday or not, but I give it again. You know, I've seen it over the years where the preacher kids and all of that, they've lived under this stronghold within the household with strict rules. They're not allowed to be themselves. They're not allowed to see, a lot of times the preachers or the family is hypocrites. So they see one thing and they do another. So their confidence in God is at an all-time lower. If they even believe in God, they don't trust him. So these people, so when they get free, a lot of times they get out into the world like the prodigal son, and they just want to experience life and don't know because the family or whoever they've been around did not properly guide them. And some of them do it out of anger because the parents or whoever has provoked them, and because the way that they were treated. And you see the way that these self-righteous and these false teachers and all of them, the way they're treating people, they think that they're going to have people want to come willingly and give their life and hearts over to the Lord some kind of way. You're turning them off with the attitude, the self-righteous attitude, the lies and all of this stuff. You're turning people away. More people want nothing to do with Jesus and Christianity, period. That's what's happening. And they think that you can sign all these laws in the fact and do all of this stuff that you want. But guess what? If people's hearts ain't changed, then it ain't going to mean anything. You can sign all the laws you want. It's not going to change anything until the heart is changed by the word of God. So you could try to force people all you want. That's not how leading people to Christ works. You don't sit there and try to think that you're going to bash them into submission into your way of things, of the way it's supposed to be ran. Yes, you continue to pray. You know, my uncle, I had an uncle that used to be an alcoholic and used to wouldn't come home on the weekends and just out acting a fool. And my aunt used to tell me, she said, you know, Maurice, I'm not going to let that fool worry me to death. I'm going to continue to pray for him. And she did. And guess what? He eventually came back around And before he died, he had been alcohol, from all that drinking and all of that, got himself, he had fallen away, had backslidden, and he had got himself together after many being away from the Lord for many years. And I knew when we went to the funeral and he's laying there, and I knew he made it right with the Lord. You see, but my aunt didn't Bible bash him. My aunt didn't beat him into the ground. And that's what these people out here are doing, trying to beat you into the ground, beat many people into the ground with religion like that, with the gospel. And it's not, you're not to approach that. Have that type of attitude, that type of self-righteousness. And Hank Kunneman, as I mentioned, people like that have no business being a pastor. I'm sorry, they have no business being in the pulpit, because it's not demonstrating the true love of Christ. So here's the clip I'm going to show you as the video closes here. My name is Maurice Braxton. Evangelism for God is the channel. If you're new, consider subscribing, hit like, coming along for the journey, because we expose Satan and his devices, and we punch him right in between the chops of this channel, and we tell it like it is. So enjoy the clip. Leave your comments below. Talk to you later.
I don't pray for him as a president. I don't call him president. I don't even acknowledge him as president-elect, because he wasn't elected. He stole it. He's a treasonous thief. So Daniel didn't have any regard, so why should I? Now, if he was honestly elected, which he wasn't, and he earned it and had God's backing, then I would. So I pray for him. Lord, save his soul, if it's not too late, and remove the man. Right? And their whole administration. I'm going to hear about it on the news. I'm going to hear my desire of the wicked. Yeah, get rid of this wrong, treasonous lie. Get rid of these stupid mandates and all these things they're trying to do. I'm going to hear it, and I'm going to see it that would rise up against me. Why? Because I'm anointed.